everybody, this is Abe from DisKingdom.com with a special Infinity and Beyond webcast with, obviously, we don't need to introduce you here.
Yeah, right.
The awesome JV.
My name's John. It's nice to meet you.
John, how you doing, man?
Although I know you.
I know you know me, but
it's nice to meet you guys who's watching right now. What's going on?
A lot, man. It's
You're
been
at E3.
crazy. I'm definitely at E3.
But this isn't your first E3.
No, sir, it's not. It's
Okay.
my third.
Okay.
Yeah, so the first one was back when the Wii came out, and this one, and last year, so.
What have you seen that you think is cool?
Well, aside from Infinity,
Thank you.
definitely Battlefront. I'm
Yeah.
in love with that ever since Star Wars Celebration. I know I saw Brian over there, also representing the Rebels with Star Wars Commander.
That's
so.
awesome. Sure.
But no, I mean everything out here is great, so I'm really happy. How about you? How's the E3 going for you?
It's going good. It's been crazy though. It's been back to back meetings, and I'm still trying to keep up with my Twitter feed, like answering questions and trying to respond to stuff, and of course also being alerted on stuff that the community wants to know is happening.
Exactly.
And so yeah, it's been nuts. I just literally got off the stage at GameSpot, where we talked for a few minutes about Infinity, and I did some stuff with Giant Bomb earlier. It was kind of fun, and then like all the big outlets. Actually, shout out to our entire PR team.
Yeah,
this is the first time ever I'm looking at the list of like news outlets and journalists, and it is like the top of the top of the top. Like, you know, Wall Street Journal and USA Today, and like I was just, it's just been crazy. I guess it means we're a thing.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of cool.
Yeah, I know I'm a little biased, but you guys are definitely growing up there. I mean, the booth gets bigger every year.
Yeah.
So it's awesome.
Yeah.
So,
Did you get a chance to see that mediated reality experience?
Yes, I got to experience it 4.5 hours. I had people
Did you wait in a line?
Yeah.
My friend.
It's okay, I had friends, so they were waiting in line for me all
And you can always send a message to Brian Nelson.
Oh, no, yeah.
At Brian_S_Nelson if you're on Twitter. We can give you free figures and get you to the front of all the lines.
It was totally worth it, dude. The line was totally worth it.
Alright, cool.
I got Sabine.
Yeah, you got Sabine?
Sabine, dude.
So
Beautiful.
Sabine is actually our most complicated figure from a manufacturing and also from a paint deco, as they call it in toy perspective. So she has, I think, the most pieces out of any character if you actually deconstruct her, and then the detail that she has and her design and the pose and everything, she's our most complicated one yet.
Awesome figure. Totally love it, man.
Yeah. And before you leave here, I'll give you some more. We've got some more here on the ground.
Thank you. That's awesome. Appreciate it. Let me just ask you a few questions that we've learned from E3.
Tell me.
Everybody loves our 1.0 playsets. I know you've heard this question several times. We already know the answer. But recently, Xbox revealed backwards compatibility. Is this opening up a window of possibly being able to play the 1.0 in new gen? Obviously, Xbox for sure now.
Yeah. So we have this argument all the time on the team about bringing the old playsets forward. And I think the two people that always end up arguing the most are myself and Marcus Fisher. Now, Marcus Fisher is the VP of Creative, and there's a lot of reasons why we can't do it, but there's a lot of reasons why, you know, I argue we should do it. Now, what's exciting is that, yes, with this this program that Microsoft is talking about, there's now an opportunity to essentially release all of those older games from Xbox 360, Infinity 1.0 and 2.0 on Xbox One for users that are upgrading from 360 to Xbox One. So, to be honest with you, Abraham, I haven't, and the team hasn't sat down and thought through, because it's so fresh in our mind right now, because we haven't actually thought through, okay, like, does this make sense from a business perspective, from an economic perspective, all that kind of stuff. I mean, like, my gut says, why wouldn't we do that?
Right.
But just give me a minute to, like a week or so. Next time I see you, ask me, and then we can do it. Yeah, I saw that, actually, I was just looking at a tweet that had that, and I was like, I should respond, but then at the same time, I don't want to sound like a dummy because I haven't had a chance to think through it. But now I just did that on camera. So anyway, we will absolutely investigate it.
Awesome. There's something that we heard John Blackburn talk about in the Game Informer video about basically past IP being exclusive to certain developers like THQ in the past with Pixar games. Question for you is, do you guys have any of that limitation anymore? Is that why we don't?
Tell me that part. What did John say?
Basically, THQ they couldn't work on certain games with Pixar because Pixar had exclusive gaming rights with THQ in the past.
Oh, okay.
So my question is that one of your current hurdles with new figures, like certain IPs? Okay, so you guys are not just going to bat, just like talking to the other stages for examples.
So the way that it works internally at Disney right now, so Infinity is a corporate priority, which is really exciting, and what that basically means is that as new content is being created, our team has kind of first bite at the apple, so to speak, to integrate that content. So that's really exciting. Also, though, I should be very, very clear that that doesn't mean that the company won't go off and license our properties to appear in as other games. So, for example, if you go over to the Warner Brothers booth, you can see they have a Lego Marvel Avengers game, and we'll always do more standalone games like that. But in the Toys to Life category, Disney Infinity exclusively gets Marvel, Disney, and Star Wars, and the first opportunity to integrate all the great new content from the company into Infinity. And the key thing for us is it's about quality, it's about respecting the filmmaker's vision, and it's about doing what's right in those guys' eyes for the property. So to kind of go like a little bit deeper in this, it's about making sure that if we make the filmmaker happy or the animator or whoever it is happy, chances are we're going to make the fans happy. So we'll go and we'll talk to everybody, but it's gone from, hey, we really want you to appear in Infinity and here's why, to now those content creators saying, hey, so what's my footprint inside of Infinity look like? So it's not even so much a push-pull anymore. It's we're getting these opportunities and it's great.
Awesome. That's good to hear. Another thing that piggyback off of that.
Yeah.
John also said something about how Infinity, you're basically done with your 3-year launch per se, because you had Disney, Star Wars, and obviously Marvel. How close are you to that model that you guys are hoping to do, that platform where you have a new IP coming out, where you're ready to release content out there? Like, how close would you say you are to your goal?
I would say what I think John meant when he said that was that he was saying that Disney Infinity wasn't a brand, wasn't a franchise when we started off. We had to create this off of the back of giants, right? Disney Pixar with the first version, Marvel with the second version, and Star Wars with the third version. So when he said that, and we say that now, it's what we mean is that by the time 3.0 is complete, Disney Infinity will be an established brand and a franchise, which means that we can start doing some fun things with it. And I think that ultimately fans are going to be super excited with what's to come.
Yeah, a lot of fans are really happy with everything, including the toy box. And there was a specific question from one of our members of the group. They said, JB, you're a huge gamer, when you're busy and when you're not busy, we still see you tweeting about playing games, and we love that.
Ha! But why don't you play your own game? I was hoping one day.
Actually, it was kind of close to that. The actual question specifically is, will we ever get to play a JV exclusive built toy box?
Oh, I would totally do that if you guys wanted me to.
That's totally what we want.
Oh, I'll totally do that. Yeah, that's awesome. I thought you were going to say, why aren't you playing Infinity? And I was going to say, because you play it so much while you're working on it,
exactly.
It's like, as soon as you ship, you're like, oh.
I don't know. That we assume, but the toy box. So
yeah, I should totally do that.
Because
I'll talk to Allison. We'll think of something
there
fun.
You go. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of creative toy box builders out there. Like we know, you hired five of them.
Yeah. Did you see? We totally were highlighting them in the hallway.
I saw that. Yeah.
Those guys are awesome. Shout out to the entire toy box artiste.
Exactly. There's a lot of great minds, and like there's even people who actually use it in school, like they teach kids.
Yeah, he's that Disney nerd dad.
Yeah, Bill Simmons.
Yeah, hell yeah, he's awesome.
So obviously, kids have cool creative minds. They have creative minds, the builders. So we just want to see what your mind has in the toy box.
Oh my
So
goodness.
that's what we want to see.
Yeah, that's awesome. I can't wait to do that.
Basically, also, I know I'm trying to see, you have to be loyal, but this is not, I don't want a political answer, but out of the 5 new play sets, which one's your favorite? I know you have to be loyal to everything.
My favorite is, you're going to tell me it's not a fair answer. So my favorite is what we're doing with Marvel.
Okay, that's a good answer.
And
you don't have to tell us what's happening.
You're going to tell me, you're going to tell me it's not fair because we've announced a new Marvel playset. We haven't announced what it is.
Which is great. Keep us on
Yeah, thank you. Yes. Make it easier for you in the editing bay if I don't say anything right now.
No, it's perfect. No.
But okay, then out of the ones that we have announced, I really like what the guys. Oh man, no. I'm not answering this question.
Okay, no problem.
I'm not doing it only because if you guys are watching, I could Tony Beck with the guys at GoPro say Rise Against the Empire, guys at Ninja Theory whatever, he's totally gonna say us, and then the guys at Sumo are he better say us. So I don't want to pick on that. And of course, Avalanche would be why didn't you say us? So I'm not gonna say it.
Okay, that's fine. That's why I said no.
Of course, now it makes it sound like front guys are yeah, since they're the ones wearing the Marvel.
Like you said, all the play sets are awesome.
It's all family, man. It's exactly. You can't pick a favorite kid,
Yeah. So, and then you have, like you said, a lot of great new developers joining the team, making all these awesome versions. You also work with the actual studios to work on the IP, Pixar. You have the creative voice talent, I believe Louis Black. And how about the other figures? I mean, we see Ultron per se. We have a James Spader maybe, or
so here's the way that this works without revealing any of the cast.
Okay.
The way that this works is we put in a request to a group called Disney Character Voices, which is an internal division inside Disney. We contact them and we say, hey, we're doing this character, and we'd really, really like to have the actor or actress reprising the role. And so then they have the direct relationships with the agents, and so they reach out to the agents, and then if the agents have availability, more often than not, the talent doesn't. I mean, that's Sarah Silverman came in and did Penelope, and Kristen Bell, and Ina Menzel, did Anna and Elsa. Awesome. Yeah, I mean, super cool. So it really kind of comes down to the availability of the actor or actress and whether or not they can prioritize their schedule to do something for Infinity. So it's the thing is that when you start actually looking at the scope of how big it ends up being. For example, last year we were localizing, which means we translate and release Infinity in various territories. So we were putting in Arabic. And last year, in doing that, there's a whole bunch of Marvel characters that have never been voiced by any Arabic, I think I said that wrong. How do you say that? I think you were saying it right. Arabic? Yeah. Okay. Voice talent. So they had to go and catch, what's Iron Man supposed to sound like in Arabic? And what's Hulk supposed to sound like in Arabic? And that's one of 15 languages. So what's wild is that this group, Disney Character Voices, is incredible. They managed to go and coordinate that, not only internally in Burbank, but then also globally with DCBI International, and to go to all the different territories to record these talents. So it is a massive process.
Well, it's like you said, it's all about quality too, so you want to make sure you try to match it as much as possible.
Absolutely, yeah.
One of the questions we also got from one of our followers here, the whole thing that happened with Tron, obviously.
Tron Gate.
Yeah, the way it happened, we can put that behind us, but the fact that you guys listen to your community, it speaks leaps and bounds for you guys.
I'll tell you a really fun anecdotal story. This just happened an hour and a half ago.
Okay.
We were in a meeting with a first party group. I won't say which one. And one of their senior executives said, I have an idea. What if you guys release a character digitally before you do one physically? And so I looked at him and I was like, is this a joke? Is it your joke? he's smiling, and I'm like, "You're joking." He's like, "No."
He was actually serious.
He was totally serious, right? And I'm like, "Okay, let me tell you a little bit about Tron Gate." And so I went through this entire thing of how it happened, and they said, "Well, you released it on iOS first. That was the mistake. You should do it on my platform." Anyway, I was like, "No, we are never doing that again."
That's so funny. But anyways, like I said, it speaks like a police man that you guys listen to the community, you put out the figures, and they look gorgeous, by the way.
Thanks.
I know you're a Tron fan, so am I. So
Huge,
heartbreak
huge
with
Tron
three,
nerd.
heartbreak with three, hopefully.
Yeah, and everyone keeps asking me that question.
I know,
I
right?
think it's because I'm so vocal about how much I love Tron as a franchise, and I happen to work at Disney, but I can't comment on Sean's business or Alan Horn's business. So anyway,
So since they were released iOS first 2.0,
yeah.
Will this be kind of like Crystal Mickey, where you can go back to 2.0 and actually play the physical figure on your console?
So no,
No, it's not like Crystal Mickey.
yeah, it's not like Crystal Mickey. Now the thing with Crystal Mickey was more a case of the content was all complete.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and figure out when we're going to release the figure. And then Jameson Wong, who runs our retail and finance, he was kind of coordinating when he wanted Crystal Mickey to come out. And so he happened to, did it very late, obviously, and put him in 2.0. It happened to work that way. Then, though, with Sam Flynn and Quora, I saw some early stuff, too, where some people had posted some, "Oh, no, this just randomly appeared in my toy box." It's like, actually, we know how you did that, and it's not so random how it appeared in your Hall of Heroes. So the content for those characters was actually never on the disc. The Hall of Heroes statues were there, but that other content wasn't there. So, the quick answer is no. The more, here's how it works is, we were thinking about putting them out and putting on a patch to them. We never ended up doing it. So, okay.
And your 430 is finally here, so.
Okay.
Far.
All right.
And last question, just to get you in, and thank you so much. The new.
Did I answer the sampling?
No.
Was there another part of sampling?
No, you answered it.
Okay.
Just quickly, the new announcement of Boba Fett, with the collector's edition.
Yeah.
Everyone's excited for it. We love how you guys use the color scheme of the old traditional toy. It's awesome. Question for everybody who's been asking: will we see a possible non-console exclusive collector's base? Maybe, or no comment? Or
No, not this year, and not because we didn't want to, it's because we didn't have bandwidth. I know that Bunker and his team were happy with the way that last year's big collector's edition stand came out, and we talked about it. But the fact of the matter is, once we get done in a year from now, not a year from now, but once we get done with the 3.0 life cycle, take a look at everything that you saw, and you begin to understand, like, whoa. So we've already said there's going to be over 100 characters.
Right, which was so exciting.
Yeah, and so we've added a ton. That's so many that people had asked for. We added a ton of playsets too. Which is another thing. Everyone was like, "Hey, make more playsets." I love playsets, so we did that as well. But it's not a question of whether or not they wanted to. It's just they didn't have bandwidth. Because ultimately, it's about getting more and more characters, right? And the crazy thing is, we feel like we've scratched the surface with what we can do.
I bet.
And we know that there are so many people that are like, "Hey, where's Lion King?" You mean Simba? Where's Lion King? Where's the Little Mermaid? They mean Ariel. But like, we're going through all that stuff and looking at like, okay, we have so much stuff that we still have to do to service our fans, and then at the same time support all the great content that's coming from the company. It's this kind of delicate balance of trying to choose it all. So yeah, we'll get there.
All right. Well, thank you so much for taking just a
No,
few minutes of your
Thank
busy
you.
time.
No. It's like I said to you when the camera was on. Our fans, our community means so much to us, and if I didn't stop and say, of course, I will totally take this interview. Who's the next outlet this year? Wall Street Journal.
Oh,
Wall
wow.
Street Journal's after that.
Oh, Wall Street Journal. Yeah.
And that's because it's Cleveland bound. So
Yeah,
we
it's
totally
just
appreciate it.
like, and thank you guys for watching, and yeah, it's cool. We all have a thing together,
Yeah.
and it's something that we love and we care about, and so yeah.
Well, just like we said, we all love you too, baby. Thank you for
Bring it in, Rolo.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching, guys. DisKingdom. Bye.